I forgot the chicken in the fridge. Hold on. Although you can make this without chicken if you want vegetarian patties.
I just have to quickly tell you that the last time we took a lesson with Irit, I made it for my daughter and my son-in-law who was Persian, and they went crazy over it. Your dish.
Wow, I'm so happy to hear that. Well, I'm making something that I learned from my mom that it basically started also from Iraq, except I modified it a little bit. I made it more crunchy, or I don't know what to say. I can tell you what was in the original recipe when I...
It wasn't something that he recognized from home because he was old enough to remember Tehran and living there. It wasn't something that he recognized from home, but it was definitely something that really caught him much more than American dishes that I cook.
Well, Persian and Iraqi are not the same cooking, except they both use rice a lot.
Yes, tons of rice.
So like they really know how to use rice, but I don't think, you know.
You read if you don't use chicken, is there something else that you have to add in there? You said
you'll see what I put there. I'll put the chicken last, and then you can see. I'll talk about it while I'm doing it.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dina, are you ready? Should I start?
I'm just looking, is Asa at a different computer?
Asa might be at a different computer because he's waiting for me to call him to.
Okay.
He does the frying. He does the frying in the house. I don't like frying, so I make the batter and then he stands and fries. So
gotcha.
The generals don't dirty their hands.
I say you can't be unmuted when I'm unmuted because there's a lot of.
All right.
I feel like I'm gonna be sorry that I told him to join in a separate computer.
All right. Okay, so for those who are new, first welcome to Irit's Kitchen. We're going to be learning how to make chicken patties and tahini sauce, which I'm very much looking forward to. I hope you all are too. We're gonna stay muted unless you have a question, then you can unmute yourself or you could type it into the chat. And that's basically it. All right, Irit, you're on.
Okay, so I tried, can you see this? Okay, hold on. Thomas, do it. Okay, hold on. Thomas gonna pin, no, do pin on me. So we're gonna pin my video so I can see what I'm showing. Okay, so what I have here is I have about half a bunch of parsley. I washed it and I chopped it beforehand because it takes some time. I have a big, very big zucchini because I didn't find small ones. And I have a bunch of scallions that I'm gonna cut soon. And a peeled potato, a peeled carrot, and I have an egg. So, and I have the chicken on the side. So I'm starting by grating the ingredients that I have here. I'm grating the zucchini, and this is very large, so I'm not gonna grate the whole thing. And very soon I'm gonna put somebody else here to grate. Guy, do you wanna come grate for me while I talk?
Irit,
Yes.
Ellen's cranky. She didn't know she had to start grading.
You know, I did this on the.
You're lucky we're on mute.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I did this on the fly, so I didn't write all the correct utensils that you need. So I didn't say you need a grater and you need a bowl. So I'm gonna pause for a minute while Toma is grating it, and I'm gonna wait for everybody to get what they need. But if you don't want to grate the carrot, you could use grated carrots.
I'm gonna grate the carrot. It's already.
Irit, you grate the zucchini with the skin?
Yes, I do it with the skin. If you don't like it, you can peel it.
Thank you.
Are you going to grate it in the same bowl?
And with her.
Are you grating in the same bowl carrot and the zucchini?
Carrot, zucchini, and the potato.
In the same bowl?
Yes, all in the same bowl.
Okay.
Okay, so we did 3/4 of the zucchini. Very large.
Irit, question for you. This
Yes.
was my biggest potato and I didn't think it was that big. So should we do this and this little guy? Is that better or
You
just?
know
this-
what? If I saw you, it would have been very good, but let me find you.
Oh,
I only see myself and a few people on the top. So where are you, Ellen? Are
I'm
you
holding up 2 potatoes. You'll find me.
okay? Like
Amy?
wave or something. So when I get to your screen, I don't see very well.
Well, how many people are holding up 2 potatoes?
That's good. You know what? The beauty of this recipe is it doesn't matter if you want to do 2, do 2. If you know, I just add whatever I feel like to this potato, to this recipe. So Toma is getting the potato now.
From zucchini?
Sorry?
Do you need to get rid of the excess water from zucchini?
You know what? If you want to, I don't usually because I'm lazy. It's probably better if you do.
Okay.
But if you don't, just add more breadcrumbs or more potato starch.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm not gonna grate the carrot because I'm getting complaints here. So I'm gonna use the ready-made grated potatoes. Just 1 second. I mean carrots. I think when you do this for the first time, you're a lot more prepared. So second time, I kind of thought this was gonna be easy, and I'm less prepared. So I apologize. So I'm taking, I don't know, whatever I feel like a bunch of carrots, grated carrots, and I'm putting it into the bowl.
Whenever I cook something that's whatever I feel like, it never works out well.
Oh, so you pretend it does. That's what I do, and then it feels like it does. Yeah.
I need the exact recipe or else.
Okay, so then just 1 carrot, 1 medium zucchini, and 1 kind of medium large potato. Okay, so what I have in the bowl now is the zucchini, the potatoes, the carrots. I'm also gonna add the parsley. It's in there. And now I'm going to, I have the scallions. What I do with the scallions is I get rid of the bottoms, you know, like they usually are wilted already a little bit. And I cut the tops. I didn't do it here. So I have a knife. I cut the tops, get rid of them. And then I just make very tiny circles. You see how tiny they are? I use the white part and the green part. And unfortunately, I'm not an iron chef, so I cannot do it fast enough or in a fascinating way. I just chop. So I add this to the bowl. Okay, okay. Guy's gonna chop I have a lot of sous chefs, so Guy's gonna chop the scallions. So this way, anybody who's cooking with me will be able to work on it too. Yeah, Guy's chopping the scallions for me.
How do we get our own sous chef?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe if you pay enough.
I
pay with room and board.
There you go.
Here you can see Guy. I don't know if there's any chats for me, but I'm not looking at them. Dina, if there's anything I need to see, let me know. No, this.
Yael said big claps for sous chef Tomer.
What about Guy, Yael?
Well, she's
That was
probably typing now.
before, Iman. Now big claps for Guy too.
Okay. We should figure a way that you can help from Boston.
Irit,
Yes.
I have, my sous chef is cutting up 8 scallions. That's a lot of scallion, yeah?
I like it. If you want to put less, put
No, I
less. I have 8.
Is it, did you hear my problem that I thought I had parsley, but instead I have fresh dill, so I'm putting in dill even though it calls for parsley, but it'll,
You can put dill. You could put, how do you say kuzbar? Cilantro.
oh,
We don't like it.
we don't like cilantro, but we do like,
Depends if you like it. Whichever one you like, that's the one you use.
okay, so we're not gonna ruin it by putting in dill.
I don't think it's gonna ruin it.
Excellent.
Okay. So if you don't want to add the chicken, you can just do this or add more carrots or add, I don't know if you can think of anything else. I don't know, celery root, whatever vegetables you like. Maybe beets, whichever vegetables you like. You could add more greens, like double the parsley, add parsley and cilantro. Okay, now I'm gonna take half a pound of chicken, ground chicken, and I'm gonna add it into the bowl. It's really, I buy it ground. It's ground like ground meat, but it's ground chicken. So I'm adding this to the bowl. I'm also gonna add 1 egg. Sometimes if I don't like the consistency, I add another one if it's too hard. And I'm adding, I'm gonna check you the recipe and see if I forgot anything. I'm adding 4. This I have leftover from Pesach. It was, I think I used it for the mandelbread, for Deb's mandelbread. So I'm using it for those patties now. So I'm adding 4 tablespoons of potato starch. So if it's very watery, you can add a little more. Or if you don't want potato starch, you can add breadcrumbs. Or you could mix it if you want. Okay. I'm also adding 2 tablespoons of oil. And that's because chicken breast is so lean that you want to add a little bit of fat into it. I'm adding a little more. I like fat. And now we're going to go for spices. So,
Irit, I'm sorry, you're putting oil in this mixture?
yes,
Okay.
I'm adding like 2 tablespoons or a little more because if you have chicken, not chicken breast,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need it because chicken itself has fat in it. But if it's breast, it's very, very, very lean. So it's good to add some because otherwise, I don't know, something is not right with the flavor.
Got it.
And then I add, you know, this is based on your individual liking. Salt and pepper, I need a spoon here. For this amount, which is half a pound of chicken, 1 pound chicken. I keep saying half because half a kilo. But 1 pound chicken and all these vegetables, I add almost a full teaspoon of salt. And then I have the seasoning that I buy in the Israeli stores. Actually, you can get it in Seasons, you can get it in Aaron's, in all those stores. It's called Chawama Seasoning. And it's like a mix of seasoning. I don't even know what's in it, but it's good for chicken and chicken dishes. So I'm adding 1 teaspoon, like 1 full teaspoon of that. One, like really humpy one. and fresh pepper. I don't know how much. I just put and then until I get tired of, grinding. But if you have regular pepper, maybe like 1/3 of a teaspoon. Okay. Now comes the hard part for me, which is mixing it. So you really need to mix it well. And this is a very large amount. So maybe I'll add another egg, because sometimes the zucchini are small and sometimes they are large. And sometimes the potato is smaller or larger. So when I mix it, 2 eggs is probably better for this amount. And I'm gonna add some breadcrumbs as well. 2 tablespoons. Very big ones. Is somebody still cooking with me? Ellen, are you still there?
Yes, we're still cooking with you.
Did you already put the starch in?
I put the starch, and I added 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs.
How much starch do you need?
I put about 4 tablespoons.
So it's a 2 and 2. 3.
I'm really not sure how to describe the consistency.
How much crumbs do you put? 2 tablespoons.
The starch was 2 tablespoons, and then I added 4 and 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. You can add more starch if you want it to be for Pesach. If you don't want chametz, so you use.
Irit, hold on a second. We put 5 tablespoons of potato starch. Now we also have to put breadcrumbs also?
No.
Oh.
I think as long as it's not very watery. Okay, I don't know how to show you the consistency. I'm gonna show it like this, and I'm gonna take a little bit. You see,
Is it like a latke, Ima?
Yes, like a latke, about. Just like a latke, about the consistency of a latke.
Sometimes I put bread in it, like wet bread. When you soak the bread and you put the bread
Yes, you can put bread instead of the breadcrumbs.
Instead of, yeah.
Me personally, you need patience then to let it kind of disintegrate, or I don't know what the word is, to kind of, otherwise you're gonna have a lump of bread in one spot. But yes, in a lot of meatballs recipes, they call for bread instead of breadcrumbs. Okay. Now, this is probably better if we put it in the fridge for 15 minutes. Or even 30 if you have time. We're not going to do it this time. So it will settle in, so it's not too watery. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the oil to fry them. And I'll take it out of the fridge when the oil is hot. So I put about 1/2 inch of oil. Oh, I don't know. Thomas, is this 1/2 inch?
I have no clue, Mo. Let's show people how much oil there is.
You see, it's not like you saute. It's really more like frying, but not deep frying. That's how I make also schnitzel. It's about this amount of oil. And I'm going to turn it on the flame and let it heat a little bit. And we're gonna call the sous chef number 3 to help with the frying. Asa, are you still awake? He may have fallen asleep. I'm sorry. Let's see. It's in the fridge, so I just turned on the. Well, while Asa is frying, Ellen, you have enough people in the kitchen? Can I show the tahini sauce while we're frying the other thing? I cannot hear you.
All right, yes, I have 2 sous chefs. I'll put one on the fried detail. Al, go fry.
You look like you could fry.
You're doing a lot of orders here tonight.
Who's giving you the orders, Ellen or me?
No, huh? I had to wash all the floors plus the bathroom. Now she has me frying.
I really hope you washed your hands before you started frying, touching the food. Did you?
No.
See, not only Alan can be a little wild, I can be that one too. Okay, so I'm gonna show how to make the tahini sauce. I buy raw tahini at the Israeli stores. I use this brand. It's called Tahini Sesame Paste Beirut. I think it's an Arab brand. There's multiple brands. I like this one. And if you see, if it stands too long, it separates. You see the oil on top? It's the sesame oil. So before I do anything, I have to mix it. I have to mix it in the jar. It's very, very soft. Okay. So now I'm putting 6 tablespoons of tahini paste. It sticks to the spoon, so it's probably better to work with 2 spoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just want you to see for a second. Asa is frying them, so I'm going to stop with this for a second and take the computer.
Irit,
Yes,
sorry, just a quick question. What kind of oil are you using to fry it in?
I use canola oil. I don't know if you could see. I'm not so good
Canola
at-
oil? Okay, thank you.
You see, Asa make them really like latkes with the spoon, and he pushes them down. You see?
All right, Alan needs to see what Asa's doing.
It's a work of art.
We're not putting that much oil because we just don't, Wassermans don't need all that oil.
No, but if you put less, actually it soaks it more.
Really? Oh, put a little more.
Put more.
I don't
So
believe
put a little more, and then you could put it on a
I think she's telling a story.
paper towel when it comes out. Do you see, Alan?
Yeah,
But putting
see?
less, we're gonna have more oil in there.
yeah.
Okay, but wait for the oil to be hot. You have to put it on a paper towel when it comes out, or if you want to hear a different, that's what I do with my schnitzels. I
Yeah,
put it on
you make good schnitzel.
okay. איך קוראים לזה?
Wire.
I put it on a wire. And I put under it, on the top of the counter, I put a wire. Under it, I put newspaper, an old newspaper. And what is it?
Wire
A
wrap.
wire rack. And then
Oh.
we put it on the wire rack. And it drips. The excess oil drips into the newspaper. And it's not so oily.
That's interesting. We usually put everything that we do on a paper towel and let it absorb all
Yes,
the
that's what Asa is doing now, but it's probably better for it to drip because in the paper towel, it's still
It's still
foggy a little bit.
Got it. Got it.
So if you don't have any more questions about this, what I'm gonna do is, for tahini sauce, I didn't say that, but it's better to use cold water. So I have a cup of ice and I'm letting it melt a little bit. I have one very large garlic clove. And I have this very fine grate. You could chop it if you want. Or you could use garlic powder, probably half a teaspoon. So I just grate it inside. So I try to use as much of it as I can. Actually, I put it in. It came out to about, it was a very large clove, so almost a full teaspoon. So now I'm going to start putting the water in, and I'm putting 6 tablespoons of cold water.
Irit, do you eat the tahini with the patties or just two different things?
No, actually, it's very nice with the patties. I didn't realize I ran out of pita. Hold on just 1 second. But we put it sometimes in a pita bread with tahini and salad, like falafel kind of a thing. But tahini goes very well with everything Israeli, even with schnitzel. That's not so Israeli, but okay. So I start mixing it. So I have 6 and 6 tablespoons of tahini sauce and water. Now I have half a lemon and I squeeze it in. And this is kind of to taste. So if you want, if you like it more sour, you put a little more lemon. If you don't like so soury, put less, taste it, and then decide how much you want. And I'm also putting a little bit of salt. Because without the salt, it doesn't taste nice. So I put too much. Like a quarter of a teaspoon, or even less. I want to show you something because Asa flipped some of them already. I want you to see what it looks like. Can you see the color?
Yeah, go.
Did you see it? I don't know. I'm not good at it. And one of my sous chefs retired. The one that used to play Efotomer. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm mixing my tahini.
He's the color.
That's when he asked.
Irit, I got a question. Do you add more oil to the pan after each time you take, the done ones out?
No, because there's enough. If it looks like it's really going down, then you should. But if you put it's like when you put the patties in, it should be like the oil should reach about the half of the patty, the width of the patty or the height.
No, we didn't do that.
That's why we're gonna have oil in the pan.
We're rebels.
We should have.
What
If you don't think there's enough oil, then add oil.
Irit, what are you eating? What are you eating?
I was tasting the tahini sauce.
Okay.
We tasted
So
it. Good.
this is ready tahini sauce. You could add pepper. You could add chopped parsley if you want green tahini. You see the consistency? If you like it a little looser, you can add another tablespoon of water. Okay, I like it a little more watery, so this way. Like you get it in a falafel store. Now it tastes better after you put it like for an hour in the fridge. Like all the flavors mix much better. But this is tahini sauce. Go put it in the fridge, please. This is tahini sauce, and we never eat just tahini like this. It's used to, I mean, I don't. It's used to make hummus. It's used to make tahini sauce and a few other things. Okay, I want to show you the ready ones. I don't know how to do this. Actually, I'll lift it. You see, these are the ready patties. They look like latkes. Okay.
Irit,
Yes.
I'll be right over.
What?
I'll be right over to help you eat it.
Oh, you know what? It's very, very yummy and the smell is great. So what I'm going to do now is while Asa is frying all of them, I'm going to tell you a little story. Zachary, what are you doing?
wait, say it
Are you
again.
talking to Yael?
It smells good. I was sniffing the patties.
די תביא לי את הדבר לשים את זה. Okay, so my mother used to make it a little different. She used to only put potato, except, I mean, she still makes it. I shouldn't say used to. Potatoes that are cooked, like potatoes cooked in the skin. Yeah, what is this? Oh, that's a recipe for tahini, something with tahini. Okay, that's nice. So potato that was cooked already, like, you know, boiled potato, and you skin it off and you use it. And she didn't put the other vegetables, but she put a lot more parsley and other, like, you know, celery leaves, scallions. I'm removing the pin for 1 second. Okay. So that's the original Iraqi patties. I just change it to be, you know, to be this way. To use more vegetables, more crunchy, similar to latkes, but it has chicken in it. And as I said, we eat it inside a pita. Hi, Jacob Wasserman. I'm happy to see you.
Hi, Irit.
I didn't see you before.
You know, I've had about 100 of your dishes. I've never had these chicken patties before.
I know. I
They
guess
look
we need to do another get together. Come to my porch.
Definitely. I thought I was going to see the rice and chickpeas. I guess that's not long enough, though.
Well, you know what? I made the rice last time, so I wanted to make a different dish.
Cool.
But anyway, so we eat it. You can eat it, as I said, inside a pita bread with tahini, with salad. You can eat it with a side dish, any side dish, potatoes, rice, vegetables, whichever way you want to eat it.
Ima, tell us how to make it without the chicken.
I said the same thing, without chicken.
And you just put in the egg
You
and
just
the
put
cornstarch?
more vegetables, you know, add a little more vegetables and maybe only one egg, not 2 eggs. And you can add, as I said, you can add beets, you can add celery root, make 2 zucchinis, put more parsley, put cilantro, anything you want. It's vegetable patties.
You know, Irit, it takes more the vegetable than the meat.
What? What takes more?
I said I'm tasting more vegetables than meat.
I know, because you can make it with less vegetables if you want to taste more meat or put more meat. I like it this way.
That's delicious.
Oh, you like it? Good. I'm glad you like it.
We already ate 1 patty between the 3 of us.
Okay, another thing that they used to make in Iraq with tahini paste. They used to make something similar to halva, but not exactly, where you mix equal amounts of tahini paste and silan. Silan is date honey, or you can do it with regular honey, but date honey is darker. So if you put 2 tablespoons of tahini paste and 2 tablespoons of silan and mix it, and it's like a candy, like halva. So that's it. Any questions?
Who wants to taste one?
Asa is offering a taste. Do you want to see it again? Yael wants to taste one. As soon as this is over, I'm inviting everybody to my house. We'll make a lot.
Irit,
Yes,
I asked a question in the chat earlier.
I know,
Which
but I
one of
can't
your-
talk and read the chat.
I
and cook all
know.
at
That's
the
what I'm
same
going to ask.
time.
Which one of your boys should have went to culinary school?
I don't know. Why should they have gone to culinary school?
Because they're doing a great job as sous chefs.
I know they are. You know what? I'm training them because I'm tired of cooking because we never go out. So now everybody has to cook something. I'm not cooking everything, you know, 5 dishes in one night anymore. That's it.
Definitely. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, Reed, I can't wait to try this. This looks great.
Okay, so make it. I don't know who spoke to me. I'm sorry.
Gail.
Oh, hi, Gail. Try it.
It's
pretty easy.
This. I love this idea. I think my kids.
Someone
would
bring
love
one
it.
that's made. I want to show it.
Irit, did you
But
ever
this is
try to
much
make it like a
easier
burger?
than Origami Frogs. On Friday, I had
Did you
to.
ever try it like a burger?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever try it like a burger?
No, I didn't. I don't know if it's gonna hold like a burger. It's like a little too watery, but maybe if you take out the water, like make it a little harder, less eggs, or maybe no eggs, or just one egg and a little more breadcrumbs, it's gonna be a little firmer. I think like, the way it is now, if you make it like a burger, it's gonna probably fall apart on the grill. This is the patty. You see, it's tricky because it looks very similar to a latke. So I was telling you that on Friday I had to teach a bunch of 7th graders for Fun Friday how to make origami frogs. And I had 40 minutes and only a single person out of like 14 managed to get a frog. It was very frustrating. So now I have to sit at home and make 14 frogs and give them to the kids in school on Monday because they were very disappointed. So next time, maybe I'll teach you how to make an origami frog. Unmute yourself so I hear you laughing.
At first, I thought you were teaching
That was a
them
great story.
frog. I was getting a
You're going
little.
to teach us how to make origami frogs?
I love that.
No, they said come up with a fun activity for the kid. Like every teacher had to do one thing.
Irit, here's what I have.
Let me see. Wow, they look good. Did you taste them?
Really good.
Rebecca, use always, not Rebecca, I'm calling you Rebecca. Rebecca on the screen.
Well, let me do it again.
We're making two, one with meat and one vegan, just no eggs, just vegetarian style.
Yeah. So Lana,
Hey,
you
Lana,
always make
Lana.
everything that they cook and
This is
you
the vegan
always,
style.
it always
Oh, they
looks so
look
good.
good.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Can we take them out of there?
Reed, I'm gonna put a couple of chocolate chips on mine, okay?
Alan, you need to add walnuts for omega-3s.
Oh,
That's good.
I went and bought a bag of walnuts after Alan taught us how to make smoothies because I wanted more omega-3s.
Okay, so next time, and it's not gonna be anytime soon, but next time, I'm gonna teach you a cake in which you could put chocolate chips.
Sounds good.
yummy.
Okay.
Sounds yummy.
Hmm.
All right. Any questions or anything or?
Thank you. Irit. That was very good. I like that.
How do you clean the grease off of the stove?
Enjoy it. Looks
I
delicious.
didn't hear you, Alan.
How do you clean the grease off of the stove?
Start a fire.
Alan, teach him. Easy off. Tell him.
I'll teach them.
All right, Irit, thank you so much. This was wonderful, and now I am super hungry.
I'm gonna eat dinner now, and that's what we're eating.
So everybody join us again next week when we have Miri Levine teaching us how to make her barekas. That's really exciting. I can't wait. I love barekas. And tomorrow you guys will receive your email with the video from tonight and Irit's recipe. So thank you, Irit.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
Irit.